What is up? This is Edgy bringing you my thoughts on the upcoming preseason content for Season 4. I won't be covering every single detail, but I'll be sure to cover all the major things. They can be found on reignofgaming.net, but I'll just add my thoughts to it. Also, I'll do a few cuts here and there so you don't have to see me scrolling through the thing and finding the thing I actually want to talk about. Also, I'll be covering the Masteries later in the video. First off, we have the new XP curves and the new death timers. They have reduced the amount of experience that it requires to level up from 3 to 18, which really is a good thing, because it will enable laners to snowball harder from experience, but also the new death timers will ensure that you don't snowball too hard, because the new death timers are much more forgiving, so if you die a lot, there's shorter death timers for you to return to lane. With the new XP curves, I think it will be easier to go hyper aggressive. Because of the new masteries, I'll show them later in the video. But yeah, if at level 18 it requires like 1400 less experience to be level 18, which is really good. So I'll be expecting you'll see a lot more hyper aggressive picks instead of the normal Shen and all that kind of shit. With the new death timers, it's much more common to run teleport. I think also they're reducing the cooldown on teleport just to 180 seconds if you're targeting a building, which I think will be a good thing for Nasus and farmers like that. So it's much more easy to return to lane at least. Now for the first major change to champions that I've seen. Soraka is gaining a lot of buffs from my point of view. We might actually see a lot of AP Soraka again. Definitely from me. I was a huge fan of AP Soraka in the mid lane. And I've played that so much in Season 2 and in Season 3. It wasn't much popular in Season 2 at least, but it was really popular in Season 2. As you can see, her base stats are being buffed a bit. Her health per level and base health is being increased, as well as her base armor. So dealing with those 80 casters in the mid lane will be a lot easier, and her passive will be a lot better. In my opinion, you don't need the passive MR. It just made her a lot more tanky versus the AP carries that you are facing. But the new passive here is really good. Soraka's health and mana restoring abilities are now 1% more effective for each 2% health or mana the target is missing. That is really good for clutch healings. If you're AP, I guess it's gonna be multiplied as well, so really good. Just imagine if you're getting bursted and you just pop all the healing from her ultimate and her W. Really strong. Her Star Call is also being buffed. If you now have like 500 to 600 AP, it's gonna reduce the magic resist by 12 instead of 6. So a lot of AP scaling there as well, and the mana cost was changed, however, so you might need some extra mana regen in the early game. Also, if Star Call hits at least one champion, Astral Blessing's cooldown is reduced by 5, 6, 7, 8 and 10%. That is so strong. If you have a lot of cooldown reduction, you can almost heal yourself all the time. They have reduced the healing from it, but it is up a lot more. They have reduced the mana cost, base armor has been changed, and it's buffed a lot. However, the armor duration is also reduced a bit. But the armor is really good to deal with 80 casters, so you buff yourself with that amount of armor, so you can also just take one in your W and still gain 50 armor from it. So it's really strong against bursters. The healing as well has been reduced. That's sad, but as I said, it's gonna be up a lot more. Infuse is now a donate of Soraka's maximum mana And now it also, yeah, it costs 5% of her maximum mana to give an ally 20 to 100 mana. Um, I don't sure I like this change, because I kind of want to see Soraka being more of an AP carry than a support. I think she fits that role much better with her utility ultimate in the mid lane. Um, but yeah, it can no longer be cast on people who don't use mana, like Garen, Katarina, Kennen, etc. That's good. Enemy cast change to deal damage equal, blah blah blah. Yeah, it has. It also has been reduced in damage there, but still, I think that you can go AP Soraka a lot easier. AP Soraka was much of a utility character. She wasn't really a burst character. She was easy to farm with because of a Q, and the damage there hasn't been reduced. So honestly, I think it's gonna be a lot easier. As well, Wish is now a lot less healing, but still, I think it's gonna be great with the new passive. So you can heal in clutch moments. Also, it targets on targetable allies, so you can target like a Vlad or a guy in Sonya's. Honestly, that's really great. I'm just gonna take a cut, and then we're gonna talk about the next. Alright, under Soraka we were gonna talk about Taric. Taric is now more focused on being that really tanky, support. Sadly, we're not gonna see AP Taric anymore. They have absolutely destroyed his AP ratios, which is really sad in my opinion. Yeah, from 0.7 to 0.5, from 0.8 to 0.4. But it's gonna scale with his armor and magic resist and health now, so we're gonna see a lot more tank Tarics coming up, much more supportish Taric. I like to do AP Taric in the mid lane, but probably not gonna see that anymore. Might do a tank Taric in the mid lane, however I think it's gonna be quite garbage. But I think we're gonna see a lot of tank Taric, cause they absolutely destroyed AP ratios. Also, the base damage has been lowered, but his new passive does that he deals an extra 40% of his armor as bonus magic damage after casting a spell. So, yeah, I'm not sure how I feel about that. It kinda only makes people want to take Taric if you're versus a full AD team. There's not much else you can do with Taric if you're not facing a full AD team, because apparently Taric does not deal a bonus of his magic resist, so there's no reason to pick Taric if you're playing versus like double AP. So I don't know how I feel about that though. But we're probably gonna see a lot more Taric, cause the most people were doing with him was stacking armor, magic resist and health. So overall a good change, but in my opinion I want my AP Taric. But yeah. Alright, I just want to talk a little bit about Janna here. They are just smacking her AP ratios down to almost nothing. So no more AP Janna either, which is really sad. At least you're not gonna be that bursty AP Janna. You might see a lot of support stacking AP, because now that her Howling Gale and Tailwind, no, not her Tailwind, her Zephyr now has a AP ratio for her slow and her haste amount, so yeah, she's gonna be a lot more speedy if she has AP, and she's gonna slow a lot more when she has that AP. But as you can see, they have lowered the charge damage and they have lowered the damage, so they have pretty much destroyed AP Janna in my opinion, at least in the way it is right now. But I don't know, it's a pretty good change, because there was a lot of AP Janna, and she did bring a lot of support when she was AP, but honestly she wasn't that OP. So I don't know how I feel about this change. We might see a lot of AP support Janna still, but she won't be dealing damage at least. So I'm not sure you wanna pick AP Janna now if you don't have that much damage. Something I've been noticing in these is that most of the AP is being nerfed on supports like Sona and Nami here, and Janna and Taric and Soraka. Maybe we're gonna see a lot more support items giving AP, cause there's adding a lot of utility to their spells that stacks with AP. I have no idea actually. Song of Celerity added a 0.2 scaling to activate a speed boost. Added a 0.2 scaling to power chord, nerfing the power chord damage, but adding a AP scaling. So I'm really psyched about seeing a lot of AP items in the preseason. I'm so psyched for it because I like the stacking AP items that had an effect, and it's gonna be really good. But most supports are not gonna be played AP anymore for the burst, which is a good thing in my opinion, because supports were not supposed to be bursting. They were supposed to giving utility and giving support, and hence by the name support. As you can see, the ratio has been completely dumpstered. So no more burst, so hard burst from Crescendo Sona. But really, I like this change. Really good. As you can also see, Lulu has been she has her AP boost has been removed, but added an AP ratio for move speed and increased the AP ratio on her damage and her shield. No, they reduced the damage. So yeah, really, I don't think Lulu will be as competitive as she was before, because really she have only been nerfed here, and a little bit of ratios here and there from AP. I don't know how I feel about that. Also, her ultimate has been nerfed, which was the primary reason of picking Lulu. But yeah, Lulu has been nerfed in my opinion. Sona has been maybe buffed. We'll see if we can take a look at some of the AP items coming, but I'm not sure they have released all that yet. But we'll see. I like this change overall. A quick just roundabout about wards. Side wards are now limited to a max of 3 placed per player, so it really encourages other people than support to buy wards, which will encourage the support to buy more wards, or not more wards, more items. So you won't see one item support that's level 9 when the rest of the team is level 14. I'm really psyched about this change, which will maybe make more people pick support. Because that's really needed. And as you can see, Vision Wards now have 5 health. They are no longer stealthed, which is crap in my opinion. But they do have an infinite duration, so it's really gonna be support war and having your AD carry coming up and removing those wards. I don't know how I feel about it. It's no longer stealth and in infinite duration. I'm thinking that it's gonna be a lot more war. Placing that pink ward and removing that side ward. But then you're gonna have to protect your vision ward. But your vision wards are now limited to 1 placed on the map. 1 vision ward. Oh my god. You either want to place that on Baron or you want to place it at the dragon, in my opinion. Yeah. I don't know how I feel about this, honestly. We'll see in the patch how this is gonna be affecting, because this is a really interesting change. I like this so far. We're gonna see a lot more war. Really great. And a few support items here. Added a 7th item slot, which only can contain a vision trinket. And there's 3 free vision relics: Warding Totem, Scrying Orb, and Sweeping Lens. Warding Totem plays a stealth ward for 60 seconds, which is awesome. Scrying Orb reveals a location within 1100 range for 1 second. Kinda awesome. A passive clairvoyance that you don't have to pick. Kinda cool. Sweeping Lens disables and reveals any nearby hidden wards, traps or devices for 4 seconds. That is awesome. A counter to Teemo mushrooms and traps. I guess it's Caitlyn traps as well, so you can just run through those where she thinks she's safe and when she's not. And you can upgrade these items at champion level 9 to Greater Totem, Greater Orb, and Greater Lens. It places a stealth ward for 120 seconds instead of 60 seconds, and the cast range is now increased to 2000, and the Greater Lens is now sweep area increased effect by 100%, and cooldown reduced to 150 seconds. I'm thinking that the Greater Lens and the Sweeping Lens is gonna be pegged a lot versus Teemo and Caitlyn and those who have traps. Really nice. In my opinion, I would pick Sweeping Lens over anything else. Really nice. Also, you can upgrade them even further to Oracle's Lens, Farsight Orb, Greater Vision Totem, and Greater Stealth Totem. Yeah, pretty fucking nice. Additional grants True Sight for 10 seconds after activation. I'm thinking that I'm gonna pick that Sweeping Lens or Greater Lens or Oracle's Lens. I like that so much. Vision Wards, I'd already talked about that. And Oracle's Elixir no longer exists. Oh my god. Oh, that change. No more Oracle's Elixir. Gonna see a lot more spamming of Vision Wards, but I think we're gonna see a Vision Wards placed and a lot more used of that Oracle's Lens. I'm thinking that Oracle's Lens is gonna be pretty fucking good. Maybe teams will coordinate where they're gonna put their Vision Wards and clean out wards. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. I think I'm gonna talk a bit about the jungle changes in a bit. There's a pretty huge change to the jungle. They're nerfing Crest of the Ancient Golem or blue buff to 10% cooldown reduction because there's a huge amount of CDR items available. Jungle monsters now have levels, and their level is based on the average level of the champions in game. That is pretty fucking cool. So monsters don't get so they are equally strong to the player farming them. That's pretty fucking cool. Jungle monsters level now determines their HP, damage, and XP and gold value. So I'm guessing if you have a high level, their gold value will go up, and their XP value will go up. They grant 50% bonus experience per level to lower level champions. So I guess you can. So if you're behind in lane, you farm a lot of lower in a lot of jungle monsters, and you're back in the game. Added an extra camp, the white, near the blue golem and wolves. That's pretty cool, so there's 3 on each side. Honestly, a good change. I'm pretty psyched about that, actually. I'm psyched about the preseason patch so much. I'm gonna be playing so much and be putting up a lot of videos. Maybe once a day, maybe once every 2 days. It really restricts me on the internet, so I'll see how it goes. But we can see health on the Ancient Golem is being put up, and the gold is being reduced. The Elder Lizard is also going up in health, and the gold is also being reduced. The Lizard has been reduced in attack damage and experience, and the gold has been increased. Honestly, it's gonna be a lot harder in the jungle at the moment, cause Wolf now damage 14 from 8 and gives a little more experience. The gold increased to 8 from 4. I'm not sure. It's gonna be giving a lot more gold, but we'll be seeing a lot less unconventional junglers, really. I don't know, really. We'll be seeing a lot less unconventional junglers because the jungle will be harder and will be awarding a little more gold. Less low camps will be awarding a little more gold, while bigger camps will be awarding less gold. But as levels of the creatures go up, they will be awarding more gold, I guess. So I guess that's a pretty good change, but in my opinion, we'll be seeing less unconventional junglers. Health has been gone up on the small golem, so you can't farm it in early game. The experience has been increased. The experience has been reduced on the Wraith. Honestly, that's a good change, because Wraith camp was a bit too strong in experience. This Wraith has been increased to 20 from 4. I don't know. They have increased the experience you gain from a Wraith camp. I'll be enjoying that as Heimerdinger when I pop the turrets over the wall. I'm playing a lot of Heimerdinger, so when I do start streaming, I'll be playing almost only Heimerdinger. But yeah, we have seen a new buff to Regal's Lantern, 20 armor, 25% attack speed, deals 100 magic damage and deals 10 health per hit, and heals 10 health per hit against monsters, and you gain 40% increased gold from monsters. So I guess there's again a reason to pick Regal's Lantern, because there wasn't really a reason to pick Regal's Lantern in early or mid game, because its stats were mediocre. But I guess if you're a farming jungle character, you're gonna be picking Regal's Lantern. But I guess you're not gonna be picking it if you're a really strong ganger like Lee Sin. I have no idea actually. Spirit of the Lizard Elder has been reduced in attack damage again, but it now procs on physical damage. That has been buffed from 16 to 50. Now, unique passive champion kills, assist, and epic monsters grant 30 gold and 10 gold from large monsters. So I'm guessing that we're gonna see a lot more jungle items being picked from the jungles, cause gonna be stacking a lot more gold from the jungle items, so they might pay themselves in. The health has been reduced from 3 to 350 from 500 from Spirit of the Ancient Golem. The unique passives on it is again a stack of conservation every 1.5 seconds, lose conservation stacks and gain equal gold upon killing a large monster. Maximum stacks 30. That's a pretty good change. I feel that Spirit of the Ancient Golem was picked only because of its health, which is not the reason for its being picked. In my opinion, you should pick it for dealing more damage to jungle creeps, etc. Spirit of the Spectral Wraith is now being buffed a little bit. You now deal 5% of magic damage dealt to is restored as health and mana. That is pretty good. Bounty Hunter champion kills is pretty much like Spirit of the Elder Lizard. Unique passive deal damage, blah blah blah. Yeah, I'm thinking that Spirit of the Spectral Wraith will help AP junglers in the jungle a lot now that the jungle is much stronger. But yeah, that's pretty much. I like the jungle changes. It's gonna be hard, and so we'll maybe see a less pick of unconventional junglers. But honestly, it's good. It's a good thing that the jungle becomes hard. There's a few item changes that I also want to talk a bit about. Aegis of the Legion has been increased 50 gold. I don't know. It wasn't even picked that much. I don't know if 50 gold increase is fair to it, but we'll see. You're now limited to only 1 gold income item, so you can now either pick Avarice Blade, Cage's Lucky Pig, or Philosopher's Stone. Dorm's Blade now costs 440, so you can get a health pot, and now only grants 8 AD. Now it restores 3 health for ranged champions and 5 health for melee champions. Changed from always 5. I'm guessing we're gonna see a lower amount of Dorm's Blades picked because of this nerf. But in the top lane as a bruiser, you might still see a lot of Dorm's Blades being picked. Banner of Command now costs 2400, now grants 80 AP, now grants 20% cooldown reduction, no longer grants 30 armor, and no longer grants nearby allies 10 health regen. Oh my god, I love this item. I was picking this item so much on Heimerdinger because it increases nearby allies damage by 15%. Oh, and minions. It doesn't increase your allies damage by 15%. I'm gonna be picking this item every fucking time I play Heimerdinger. play Heimerdinger turret wise. I don't spam his rockets because I don't think they're that OP. You can pick it as a second skill that you take, but picking turrets is much better because they give so much zone control and protection from ganks. But yeah, I love this item already. This is so good. Eliza's Miracle, the unique passive 8 has been removed. Entropy now costs 3,475. I don't even care. Entropy should be introduced to Summoner's Rift before I care. Because I don't play Dominion or anything like that. Cage's Lucky Pick now grants health regen and gold per 5. Instead of 5 gold per 5, it now gains 4. Spells and basic attacks against this champion. Against champions, grants 8 gold up to once every 10 seconds, but killing a minion disables this passive for 10 seconds. That's a good item for supports now, but you'll be seeing it picked less for mid characters like Mordekaiser and stuff like that. Locket of the Iron Solari has been upped by 50. Longsword now costs 360 instead of 400. Might be seeing a lot more Longsword start instead of Thorn's Blade. Lord Van Damme's Pillager, don't fucking care. Matrix Racers now grants 20 armor instead of 25. Crystal Scar, don't care. Now costs 1600 and no longer grants health regen, but now grants 12 mana regen instead of 18. I'm guessing that Micro's Crucible is gonna be picked a lot more for supports. That's really great. It might no longer regenerate Ombreaker, but it now costs 2000. I like the change to support items. Really like it. So supports will have more items to pick off. I like that. So you won't see like one item support in 20 minutes in. I like that really a lot. Shredder's Reverie now costs 1850, now grants 20% cooldown reduction. We'll be seeing a lot more Shredder's Reverie, however it doesn't grant 250 health anymore, but it does grant 4 gold each time a nearby minion dies that you didn't kill. So Shredder's Reverie, really nice. It might not grant health anymore, so supports might have to buy health from other places. But yeah, I don't know. Might see a lot more tanky supports picked like Leona because of this nerf. So you wanna have some more tanky supports. Black Cleaver has been reduced in cost because of the longsword. Bloodthirster has been reduced in cost because of the longsword. Brutalizer has been reduced in cost because of the longsword. Yeah, all these items are just being reduced. Twin Shadows being buffed a bit by 10 AP, but cost a little more. It's not being picked that much, but it's good for Blitzcrank and stuff like that. Will of the Ancients being reduced in price, but regens mana now, so we're not gonna see that on Mordekaiser anymore. Nah, don't think we're gonna see Will of the Ancients on Mordekaiser anymore. Himu's Ghostblade, 6 Herald. Yeah, that's pretty much for the item changes. As we can see, there's new summoner spells and masteries on the PPE. There's certain summoner spells that's been removed and only made available on certain platforms. Ghost has been rescaled to for cooldown, so the higher level you go, I guess the cooldown goes down. So the cooldown is high early game and lower in the end game. Now grants 15% multiplicative movement speed from 27% additive movement speed. I guess that's pretty good. It now grants 75% multiplicative movement speed in the first second. Now immediately updates your pathing on cast. Ghost cannot be cast if you're immobilized. Okay. So what we're gonna see about this spell is we're gonna see it used hyper aggressive and hyper defensive on 80 carries. So you can really use this on 80 carries to really use a huge buff to movement speed and run away from the guy who's diving into your face. I'm guessing that this is they are buffing Ghost to kinda up them to Flash's overpoweredness, so you're gonna see a lot more Ghost and Flash picked for AD carries, in my opinion. For like Lucian and stuff like that doesn't really have an escape that's so good. Like Varus, yeah, Varus and Jinx. But yeah, overall a good change to Ghost. Ignite is now being rescaled based on the game time, so you can't be a level 17 igniting a level 10 character. So the damage is based on the game time. But now also reveals the target for the duration. I'll be liking that on my Darius when I top lane, so I can see my target when they go in and out of bush. Really a nice change for me. Exhaust is being nerfed a little bit in attack speed, but now reduces movement speed more in the late game. Overall a good change. Heal is now a targeted spell that targets an ally and heals yourself, and the cooldown has been reduced, and there's now a buff to movement speed. So I guess we'll be seeing a lot more heal exhaust from supports. Who I'm guessing that you're gonna see a lot more exhaust heal on Blitzcrank, cause he already have a buff to movement speed to get away from ganks and stuff like that. As I mentioned before, teleport has been reduced to 180 seconds when targeting an ally building, but a cooldown has been increased to 300 seconds when cancelled or interrupted. So you're not gonna be able to teleport in the middle of a fight, because if you get interrupted, there's a huge penalty. Overall, good change to teleport, so you can now use it in Nasus and whoever you want to farm in lane. But yeah, nice. Successfully cleansing an effect that prevents you from moving, creates a shockwave that knocks nearby enemies back slightly. So I guess cleanse is gonna be seen more in AD carries. Smite has been lowered to 40, but same damage level 18, but reduced at earlier character levels. I guess that's a pretty good change. Yeah, I like that. Since the jungle's now harder, you want Smite to be available more. And Clarity and Revive has now been removed from Summoner's Rift. Yeah. I don't know, I like my Revive, and I guess Phantom Lord is kinda mad about that. No more Revive teleport Karthus, unless you wanna play Dominion. But yeah, that's pretty much it for the summoner spells. I'll be covering the master. Here's the second last thing I'm gonna be covering: turrets and dragon and inhibitors. Turrets now grant less gold the further out they are, so outer turrets grant 100 gold and 150 gold split among the players who kills the turret. So when you kill the turret yourself, you're gonna be seeing a lot more gold. Inner turrets now grant 125 global gold and 100 gold split among the players who kills the turret, and inhibitor turrets now grant 175 global gold per player. So I guess we're gonna be seeing a lot more rush to kill the turret first to gain that extra gold advantage. But we are gonna seeing less kill every turret in the fucking game to snowball kind of play style. But yeah, as they write here, taking turrets should be a team objective, but indeed it should be a team objective, but still it shouldn't be giving that much gold. So 150 gold split among the players who killed the turret. So if you kill the turret yourself, you're gonna be gaining 150 gold. Because honestly, that's a good change. When you lane, you're gonna be seeing a lot more rush to kill the turret. But with this change, I'm thinking it's not gonna be as team objective as they want, cause we're just gonna see 3 lanes rushing to get that turret down, to get that additional gold. Dragon level minimum 16 and maximum 15 with the new jungle changes. The local experience is 150 to 510 based on dragon level, divided by allied champions. So we're gonna see a lot more Nasus soloing the dragon to gain a lot of experience, and Heimerdinger soloing that dragon with the 4 turrets. The dragon's global gold is now 125 to 260 based on level. so it gains less and more in the end game. Um, if killing team is lower average level than your opponent's, bonus experience is gained at 25% per average level difference. I'm liking these changes because you're gonna see a lot comebacks from teams that is behind. So I really like that. You're gonna see a lot more comebacks from team, so a lot more exciting play in tournaments and stuff like that. I've been talking for a lot of time, so I'm almost losing my voice. Bonus experience is sharply increased for the lowest level members of the team. Yeah, I like that as well. Inhibitor death timers reduced to 4 minutes from 5 minutes. That's good, so you can see more comebacks, so you don't have to farm in your base for 5 minutes. Inhibitor turrets no longer grant a global buff to all minions when destroyed. That is great, but it now grants a stronger damage and durability buff to minions in their specific lane. So we're gonna see a lot more pushing in one lane instead of all lanes when you have killed an inhibitor. I like that. Lane minions now also have a level, which is equal to the average level of the champions in the game. So supports are gonna be gaining a lot more experience if they are out of lane. So you can kinda match the experience of each player. Might actually see a lot more Cillian to increase the experience gained here. Minions will become more worth gold and gain more statistics over time. Lane minions are now no longer worth experience based on game time. I don't know how I feel about that, but they now gain more experience for players that are lower level, which is honestly a good thing. That is good, because if the enemy team is high level and you're low level, a lot of minions and jungle creeps are gonna give you the experience you need to come back in the game. Bounty changes, and our kills are worth 60% of the base reward at 2 minutes and scaling to 100% at 4 minutes. So if you have the bounty for 2 minutes, it's only 60% worth, and the bounty is now 100% worth at 4 minutes. So, and assists are now worth 50% of the kill value at 20 minutes in, and increased to 18% 35 minutes in. That's a good change. I like that, because we're gonna see maybe a lot more gold for ending the game later in the game. So that those supports are really gonna snowball gold up to finally end the game 35 minutes in, because Riot has said that they want the game ended by 35 minutes in. That's the dream. Assist bonuses are now 30 gold per additional gold assist. Additional assist increases this gold by 15 gold, capping at 60 gold. Yeah, so we're gonna see a lot more team kills, gaining a little more gold. Now every 1000 gold earned from minions and monsters, reduce your death spree by 1. Yeah, I guess that's a good idea, so you can't just farm minions and just... Yeah. Death spree is when you die a lot and don't kill anything, so you're not anything worth, but that is now reduced for every 1000 gold from minions and monsters you gain. Death timers, early game death timers has been reduced, and timers are now started at 7.5 seconds instead of 12. Yeah, I covered that earlier in this video, where I like the death timers. Yeah, we're gonna be looking at the last thing is gonna be items, and then we're gonna see. I'll shortly just be taking time to overview some of the new items. Executioner's emblem is reworked from Emblem of Valor. It now grants 50 health and 6 health per 5. It has a unique passive execute. Basic attacks execute minions below 200 health if an allied champion is nearby. So really good for helping out people who can't fucking last it. It now has a unique passive, Soul Tith. Minions killed by execute restores 2% of your maximum health to the nearest allied champion and grant them gold equal to the kill plus 5. If this still costs 650, this is gonna be the item for supports. This is gonna be the item. I don't like execute. I don't like this. It can only occur twice per minute, but I still don't like it. People should be focusing on learning to last hit and not be relying on a fucking support item to do so. I'm almost losing my voice, so we're gonna speed things up a bit. Now I have Reaper's Emblem, grants 175 health. I guess it's built out of Executioner's Emblem. It retains the Execution Soul Tith, and executing minions now grant 10 gold up from 5, so I guess it's not gonna be a very expensive upgrade. Mario's Call upgrades from Executioner's Emblem Ruby Crystal. Kinda reminds me of Soul Shroud, the picture at least. Unique active health bomb, consume 20% of your current health to shield target ally for 10% of your maximum health for 4 seconds, not 20 seconds. After 4 seconds the target explodes, dealing 10% of your maximum health as a magic damage in an area. I'm guessing that you're gonna see a lot more tankiness built out of support, so you can heal the target a lot more. With the Tarek changes, I'm guessing you're gonna see a lot more Marty's Call built on him. But I guess if you stack health as a tank as well, you can build Marty's Call to shield, to maybe shield yourself on low level, or low health I mean, or shield an 80 carry. Honestly, nice item. I like it. There's now Philosopher's Pebble. It now grants 2 gold each time a nearby minion dies that you didn't kill, and Philosopher's Stone pretty much does the same thing, but no longer has that much GP 10, so it's gonna force support staying a lot more in lane to gain the extra gold. And the jungle items we already have been looking over, but here's the new effects of the far side: Greater Orb and Scrying Orb and Sweeping Lens. You can only have one of these, I think, but I like the pictures of them. They're nice, but we have already been covering them. There's not many more items, because I've already covered the jungle items and the vision wards and all the other items. Yeah, we're gonna be looking at the master. Alright, the final thing we're gonna be looking at is the masteries. I'm using a link on Reddit where people have used Dropbox to make a script, or they have uploaded a script that simulates the masteries that's going to be in Season 4, or in the pre-season patch. As you can see in the offensive tree, we still have the good old cooldown action, which gives 5% now instead of 4%. We have increased attack speed, which is 5% attack speed instead of 4 now. So in all, masters are getting buffed. We have Butcher, which increases damage to minions and monsters, but it does not trigger off area of effect or damage over time effects, sadly. Feast is each time we kill a unit, restore 2 health and mana. So for jungle purposes, I think I would go attack speed to start with, and basic attacks versus minions and monsters. If I did need the 2 health and 1 mana, which is pretty insignificant, I would take it. And as you can see, it's now 12 attack damage at level 18 instead of 8, I think it was. That is pretty damn decent, and instead of 3, this is now 5, so we're gonna be seeing a lot more early game, where we have a lot more damage available, in the offensive tree at least. For AP, it's now 18. Ability bar at level 18. Before it was, I think it was 18. At level 18, I don't remember actually. It's now 8 instead of the old 3, I think it was, or 4, which is awesome. And this increases damage below by 20. It increases the damage dealt to champions below 20%, 35%, and 50% health by 5%. These are not honestly that good. They're okay, but 3 points for getting that 50%. I think I would only like it would be on burst champions I would get this, else I wouldn't really get it. Devastating Strikes is 2% armor and magic penetration, which is awesome for hybrid characters like Jax and Kali, and probably gonna get it on 80 carries and AP carries as well, because the 6% armor and magic penetration are really awesome. We have Frenzy, which increases attack speed by 5%, which stacks up to 3 times for every time you crit. awesome for AD carries. We have Archmage, which increases ability power by 5%. I think it hadn't been changed. It was ability power by 5% last time as well, but it's only 3 points now instead of 4. Spell weaving is pretty much what we had before. Damaging an enemy with an auto attack increases your spell damage by 1%. It's kind of the same, but it's still okay. We have blade weaving, which is damaging an enemy champion with spell, increases your basic attack damage by 1%, which is kind of the opposite. So I guess another buff to hybrid champions, which both have basic attacks and spells. So yeah, honestly pretty good. And now we have Warlord, which increases bonus attack damage by 5%. Maybe grab 1 point. I don't know if it's worth it to grab all 3, but yeah, we have a Cane Blade as well, which was the same as before. I like these masteries for Akali and Jax, and hybrid champions alike. Really like it. It's a good buff to hybrid champions in the masteries, at least in my opinion. It's pretty much the same for AD and AP carries. For an AP carry, you would just go this path, probably get this or this. Probably get this for a burst mage. Grabbing that, grabbing that, grabbing that, and grabbing that. Pretty much standard for an AP carry. Yeah, in the defensive masters we have 5% increased armor and magic resistance here, which is awesome. We have health per 5, 2 health per 5. I wouldn't say it was worth it, so I wouldn't grab that. I would grab the bonus armor and reduced amount of incoming damage that I take. I would gain the 36 health. Unyielding reduces all damage incoming from champions. I would take that as well. Bladed armor is for junglers only, I would think, because enemy monsters that attack you bleed damage, dealing 1% of the current health each second. It's okay for bigger mobs like Golem and stuff like that. I would probably get it if I'm gonna solo. But also would still just grant these, because getting unyielding and block is a lot better for ganks, so you take 4 damage less from auto attacks. Honestly, a lot better. Hardiness is probably still the same. You have 5 armor. Resistance, also 5 magic resist. Also really good to take these. 3% maximum health. Reduce damage taken by 3% from enemies that have impaired movement. That's okay for supports, I guess, taking a little less damage. 1% of your missing health every 5 seconds. Wow, that's really strong. 3% of your missing health every 5 seconds. That is really strong. Increases all sources of healing when below 25% health. I would definitely try to grab that if you had a Soraka on your team. Would really multiplicate that healing to the max. We have a new runic shield, which gives you a 50 health shield. This shield regenerates each time you respawn, so you can't. I'm guessing it's every time you die, and then it gives you the shield again. Or I'm not understanding this correct. If you can get it when you just go back to spawn. I'm not sure. Reduce damage taken by critical strikes. Awesome. Reduce the effectiveness of slow. I would definitely get this if I'm facing a Nasus, else I wouldn't. Reduce damage taken by 4% from area of effect magic damage. That's pretty good. But I wouldn't get it if I wasn't facing a lot of area of effect though. But I like these masteries. You can pretty much grab whatever you want. And Legendary Guardian gives you 4 armor and 2 magic resist for each nearby champion, each nearby enemy champion, which is fucking awesome. I would definitely try to grab that. Really awesome. I'm not sure I would grab Runic Shield if I wasn't going to level 1, 2 or 3 kill. Else I wouldn't really suggest grabbing Runic Shield. Tenacious is reduce the effect of crowd control effects by 15%, which is awesome. Really strong. So I would definitely grab that as well. Oh my god, my voice hurts. Not my voice, but my throat. Oh, I've been talking for so long. Return points. Let's see, we have reduced casting time of recall by 1 second. Some more movement speed. 1.5% movement speed is okay for junglers. I guess I would, for supports, I would go this way. Increases the duration of potions and elixirs. Pretty nice. But I don't know if you want to go into this tree just for getting that. Who knows? Summoned unit traps and cloneness have 10% increased duration. This does not work on wards. Meh, that's pretty good, I guess. I'm not sure what cloneness means, but I'm guessing that it's the duration they work. So I guess you can get this for Heimerdinger's turrets, but I don't know. I have no idea what a cloneness is. I'm Danish, so I don't know every English word. Reduces the cooldown of summoner spells by 10%. We had that before as well. Mana regen, gain 10% of gain health regeneration equal to 10% of your mana regen. That's okay. We still have the 3% lifesteal on spell vamp. We still have culinary mastery, which your health potions and are upgrades of biscuits that restore an additional 20 health and 10 mana instantly upon consumption. I wonder if you can have like 5 health potions, just spam them when you're ignited and get that instant consumption. But I'm guessing you can't do that. It would be, I don't know, it might be like that, who knows. We have 5% increased maximum mana, definitely a good thing for Rise. Else I don't really know what people should be using that for, compared to 10 experience every 10 seconds, while near a higher level allied champion. I'm feeling that the support tree is a little subpar compared to the other ones. 1.5 gold per 5. Increases starting gold by 40. Grants an additional 15 gold on champion kill assist. Gain 3 gold each time you attack an enemy champion. Scavenger, 1 gold each time an ally kills a nearby lane minion. I'm not really sure that this is good. Honestly, as support, I would rather gain this for engaging and stuff like that instead. Maybe if I were Janna or something like that, I would pick this tree. But I don't know. Grant 5% increased movement speed out of combat. I don't know. I feel like the offensive tree is really good. Then the defensive tree is like the best. I would still go up in the defensive tree if I was supposed to like go up in a lane. I think I would take this. I think I would grab this. If I was supposed to kill my enemy laner, I would grab this. Probably the critical strikes, the perseverance, whatever. And I would probably grab Legendary Guardian and Tenacious. And maybe Runic Shield if that was required of me to kill my opponent and maybe pop off a Legendary Guardian. But Legendary Guardian is so awesome for being in combat. 20 extra armor and 10 extra magic resist. So awesome for talent tree. Yeah, and then I would grab this, and I would probably grab this. Probably grab that. If I were Riven or Garen or something like that. I would probably not gain the 5% and 3% increased damage. I think I would always choose the defensive tree over anything else. The defensive tree, in my opinion, is much better than the other trees at the moment. So maybe Riot should check out that. Maybe as an AP, I would still go up in here and maybe grab the health. But else I wouldn't really grab anything else than the defensive tree. AP is offensive tree, defensive tree. ADs are like defensive tree, offensive tree. Supports are maybe this tree. I am not liking this tree at all. I think I would rather go defensive tree and then maybe 9 up this. But yeah, that's the defensive tree for now. It might be changed, because honestly I think the defensive tree is stronger than the other two. That's just my opinion. At least I will be taking these over the others when I play ADs. And then maybe grab some defensive runes as well. Maybe grab a Doran Shield. Just be tanky as fuck early game, so you can just farm and not take that much damage. But yeah, I think that concludes my thoughts on the preseason patch. Overall, it's a pretty nice patch that I'm looking forward to do practice and train in. I'm gonna be jungling and topping and midding, all that kind of stuff, but mainly I'm gonna be midding as Heimerdinger. I'm gonna be playing a lot of Heimerdinger, and probably Zed as well. Who knows? And I'm gonna be playing Ezreal as well, I think. I'm gonna be only maining like 5 champions, 5 to 8 champions or something like that. I'm not gonna be doing like 80 champions like that I did this season, because it's just stupid venturing out in champions that you don't know. If you feel bored, you shouldn't be playing ranked. It just hurts your elo if you want to be playing a champion you don't know and stuff like that. But yeah, I think that that concludes my preseason patch notes. What my thoughts about it was. Yeah, and I hope you guys enjoyed, and hope you guys want to watch the next video I make. You can like and subscribe, whatever you will like. It really helps me out. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Hope you have a wonderful day.